Hi everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome to the May energy forecast. For this month I have, as you may see in the background, I have one toddler with me out of two. Obviously, as we're on lockdown, there is no childcare options whatsoever, so there is no chance in hell of me having a nice quiet time to record these videos at the moment, because this one doesn't nap anymore. So videos are just a case of kind of winging it at the moment. So if you prefer the written version, you can read the energy forecast online at www.sasstomlinson.com. That's the written version. Otherwise, if you prefer watching the actual videos for the energy forecast, I'm uploading them monthly at the moment on my YouTube channel, which is also starting around recording around children to get more content for other mums who have young children as well, coming at things with like a slightly spiritual kind of slant. So looking at mindfulness, anything to do with that, minimalism as well. I'm going to be talking a lot about that. So, you know, hit subscribe if that is something that you are interested in and you want to get the monthly energy reports in video form. So on to the actual forecast. So I will say I'll probably be referring a lot to my notes during this, because my train of thought at the moment, as I'm sure a lot of other mums can testify, is my train of thought is off. I found as well there are a lot of kind of memory blanks and struggle remembering things at the moment. There is a lot of brain fog going on at the moment, so if that's you as well, I hear you and don't think you're the only one, because I think it's happening to a lot of us, because we've got a lot on our plates at the moment, haven't we? Yeah. So the first thing I got for the biggest theme, it is, yeah. We're recording. Okay. So the first thing we got for the month of May, the first kind of theme, is, are you going to tell them? The rise of feminine energy, okay? So there's like three main themes for May. It is possible, it's all possible. That was the main theme, was the rise of feminine energy.
Raining. It's raining.
It is raining, yeah. Right, in May we are going to be kind of encountering like the beginnings of life, not returning to normal, but returning to like the new normal, whatever that is going to be for us. We still don't even know yet, and it's like a few days away. Got some of my hair there. So what's clear is that like things can't simply go back to exactly the way that they were. I think many of us, if we've had a spare 5 seconds, have been using this time to reflect upon our lives, and we might have noticed as we've been kind of introspective and reflecting that there is kind of an imbalance in our lives, and a lot of us have been having like an excess of masculine energy dominating things like thought processes, beliefs, and generally the way that we go about our lives. So as we move into this like new time, new era, real progress is going to be seen for those of us who choose to work with and incorporate more feminine energy into our lives.
Somebody.
So what does incorporating more feminine energy into your life look like on a practical level? We have a nice bullet list here, don't we? With this. So resting, and again, as a mum, especially if you do have young children, resting is so important.
Baby talk.
Yes, baby talk. Resting and allowing as well, which is one that I personally struggle with, and particularly in the theme of allowing, I got the allowing of like divine timing, you know, and kind of getting out of your own way and just allowing divine timing to work as it on its own without kind of putting your own will in there, you know, wanting to get things done by a certain time. Yeah. Also balancing of giving and receiving energies in your life. So if you're in a period of your life now where you are giving a lot to people, we need to be balancing that with receiving. And as mums, some of us really struggle with receiving. It brings up a lot of guilt and old blocks and beliefs and things. So these are all kind of being unpicked at the moment. And the final practical way of incorporating feminine energy is like really connecting with intuition and using it as like your main guide and main decision maker at the moment. So I think many of us are already starting to do this in our lives, and as we focus on incorporating these points into everyday life, we'll find things that we like previously pushed and strived for and used that masculine energy for, and we kind of laboured over, will come to us a lot easier than perhaps they would have done before. So the next theme is the road less travelled. So what does the road less travelled look like for you personally? Is it something that like you've been avoiding, or is it something that you feel like you would really like to be on that road but it feels too out of reach for you? So that's something to think about, and whatever it is for you, I think it's time to kind of join that road. And at the moment, again, just literally having that intention alone, and then possibly thank you for a sock, that intention and possibly any intuitive action you can take is literally all you need to do at the moment. You don't need to be coming up with massive master plans and having everything sorted out, because it's not that time yet, is it? Now the final theme, which may be quite appropriate for some people here, is bubbling up to the surface. Sock puppet. So I think May is a time after like weeks and weeks in lockdown for many of us where things are really bubbling to the top, and you're feeling that, aren't you, emotionally? You know, yeah, there's a lot of strong emotions coming up for you at the moment, things bubbling to the top. So in May, it's a particularly strong time for this all really bubbling to the surface. Thank you. So this might look like arguments and conflicts, you know, like if you have a partner, like a lot of rowing, things like that. Oh, it might look like frustration and emotional outbursts. You okay? Yeah. It might look like frustration and emotional outbursts if you're a little person and that's the only thing you can do, isn't it? Or it might just come as like an overall kind of sense of despair, or just feeling really down and depressed and kind of even apathetic in a way sometimes, but that kind of feeling. So if that happens to you, the best advice that was coming through for me was to go back to the kind of feminine principles that we mentioned earlier, and that will kind of help to kind of recalibrate things really. So those are the main three themes that I've getting for May this year. Thanks to my little helper for doing this video too. Yeah, and like I say, if you want to get future updates, and at some point there'll be just me, hopefully, then please do click subscribe, and I will be hopefully trying to release a bit more content soon, probably more based on mum life at the moment with these two toddlers.
10 toddlers.